Hello, and welcome to Sad Times, the podcast by sad people, for sad people. I'm your host, Alyssa, and I have a really, really special episode for you guys today. It's the first episode with a guest. I have Miss Julia on the pod, and we discuss the indie Twitter community, I guess. Her and I met a couple years ago on there, and we've become really good friends, so it was really fun to have her on here to discuss the whole mess that is Twitter as a whole. But also, this was before Phoebe was on SNL. So now that that has passed, I want to say that all of the people mad at her for smashing that guitar are so fucking dumb and need to find a fucking hobby. Like, the fact that you're mad about that makes absolutely no sense. Also, like, artists smashing guitars have been, this is something that has been done for decades. Like, I don't understand why it's such a fucking issue. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, oh my god. I don't know, men just love to hate women, and it's so frustrating. Anyway, aside from that, Phoebe did an outstanding job. I was not expecting her to perform I Know the End, like I kind of wish she was, but I wasn't expecting her to, and it was fucking amazing. Watching the success that she has seen, especially in this past year, has been amazing to watch, and I can't wait to see what she does next. Also, this was recorded the night Hayley Williams released her album, so I don't even mention it here, but I will be diving really deep into that album next episode, so you definitely want to stay tuned and check that out when that drops. And yeah, let's get on to the main part of the episode. But anyway, here we go. We're here with Julia. First of all, the first guest to ever be on the podcast.
I'm literally so honored, like, love it. Thank you so much. Like, my heart's beating right now. It's beating so fast.
I'm sure. Well, I'm honored to have you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi. I'm Julia. I don't know if a lot of people know me, probably not, but I'm from, I hate saying this, like indie Twitter, I guess. I'm 20 years old. I'm from the Midwest, sadly, from Kansas. I'm going to school. That's kind of my only personality trait right now. Nicki Minaj enthusiast. I'm a Barb, if some of you might say. That's kind of it.
I think that explains you pretty well. Which actually, now that you bring that up, I didn't talk about this on the podcast, but the first episode, the entire time, you saw my Pink Friday perfume in the background. I don't think anyone noticed. Like, I don't think anyone would notice unless I said anything. But like, just the fact that she was there the entire time watching.
I love. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should have her just like in the background, like just like in like different places too, like each time.
We'll talk about Nikki later.
Okay.
But I figured. Okay, so Julia and I became friends. It was like a year and a half ago, I guess, roughly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have really bad memory, but like at the very least, yes, at the very least.
Yeah. I don't know. We started following each other a while ago, and then we just started talking about Euphoria, Snail Mail, Phoebe Bridgers, everything. Sometimes we FaceTime, and we're on FaceTime for like 4 hours, just being delirious and talking, just shit talking everything. And I figured that, like, for people that, like, don't know, like, anything about, like, indie Twitter, and I hate saying that, too, but, like, I don't know how else to describe it.
Like, literally, how else do you describe what that is? Like,
yeah, and I guess people, okay, it blows my mind that there are people that, like, don't regularly use Twitter.
I'm like, people like that are very suspicious to me, because I'm like, I don't trust you. Like, where do you like keep up with like what's going on like in like pop culture, like in just like in the world? Like,
it's so weird. Or like I've taken like social media class, and they're like, oh, Twitter is like the least popular social media. I'm like, it's the number one app I use.
Yeah. Who wrote that? Like a boomer? Like fucking bitch, like about to be in their grave, like
probably. But like, how did you get involved with like being like part of a Twitter community? Because I feel like we've talked about this, like you were part of like other ones in the past, as was I.
Yeah, I don't know how I got exactly to like where I am now, but I know that I think like I was on Twitter like when I was like 12 years old, which like is it probably altered my brain chemistry. Like I genuinely think it did. Probably shouldn't have been on Twitter that young. I know like most of us were though. So I don't know. Like I think I like, you know, had my start just like all like with all the shows that I used to watch. Like I would follow people that, you know, talk like I was a big like Pretty Little Liars stan back in the day when I was like 12. So stuff like that, you know. And then like I guess silly, like I jumped from like kind of like following people from like, oh, like this show or like this like musician or this band or whatever. And then I don't know, like I know like in my like middle and high school years, like I was super into like Marina and the Diamonds, like Lana Del Rey, like 21 Pilots, stuff like that. And so that kind of so it kind of like evolved from that. Like so where I'm at now kind of just like came from like all of that stuff I listened to like in high school. But I've always just been like, literally I was like on Stan Twitter before like there was a name for it. So I was a Barb. I was on Nikki Twitter. And we have to talk about that more. I don't know. Okay, because I recently deactivated the Instagram. Why? That's literally like that's primary sources for like history, like papers and projects in the future. Like people should be studying that. Like you could easily guess the @ but I don't want to say it. But I think that the Twitter might still be there. I'm not sure. Like you could one guess and I'm about to go digging for it. Like you could probably guess the @ in one guess. Yeah. Oh. It's like that obvious. I don't know. I feel like now that you say that, like oh, it's so easy, so obvious. Like now I'm like I don't know. I won't put the pressure on you, but it's like I'm not even kidding. It's the most obvious thing that you could make it. It's like a Nikki related like username. It's me and Nikki, for real. Like just like your guys' names together. It was literally Alyssa Minaj. I'm exposing myself. I shouldn't even say what I'm about to say. But do you know her song, The Boys featuring Cassie? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so like the third verse of that song, like it gets like really fast at the end and she has like no breath. Like it's like crazy. And I remember her like tweeting like, if you guys could rap that in one breath, like I want to see all the videos, like all this stuff. And I remember recording myself like doing it. Did you like tag her in it? Oh my god. But anyway, so yeah, I was on Barb Twitter, and then I was also on 21 Pilots Twitter. We all were. We don't have to comment on that. Like yeah, no, we don't have to get into that right now, right here. And I guess also Paramore Twitter, but I guess I'm still kind of on there. Like I still love Paramore. Yeah, and my first tweet ever. Okay, because my first Twitter account is like my like local Twitter. You know what I mean? Like all the people from high school follow me on there. That's the account I made in 2009 when I was in like 5th grade. It's the same account. So you could scroll back and see my first tweets. And my first tweet, I didn't know how to use Twitter. I didn't realize you had to like @ people. And I was trying to tweet David Archuleta. Like I was just like reply. Why? I love David Archuleta. Why do you stand the most random people? Like people that I would like literally never think. Like what? I didn't even @ him. Like I was just tweeting. Like did you just like tweet his name like David Archuleta? Like nothing else? No, literally just tweeted. I'm like, hey, are you like whatever? Like thinking I'm tweeting. I don't know. I don't know. It's where a lot of like musicians are at. Like and it's like I feel like that's the way that they connect with people the most. Outside of, you know, just like posting about their music and stuff, like because like Instagram they're posting pictures and stuff, but like I don't know, like you're hearing their thoughts and stuff like on Twitter, which is like pretty cool. Oh, like do you remember like when you started like getting into like Phoebe, like Julian, Lucy, like because I remember like I don't even remember how it happened. Like I remember like somewhat, but like I don't remember like following all these people that like, you know, that like stan them or whatever. Like I don't remember really following any of those people. I don't really remember like how I started following people either. I remember some of the people I followed at first, but like I remember one person I found, like I think I just found her like through Atypical. Like it was like when I was first watching Atypical, and then I realized that she was also like a Phoebe and Julian stan or whatever. Yeah. But I literally have no idea. Something else I wanted to say about like
being on Twitter with these people, it's like so offensive. I didn't mean it like that. I feel like I like learn about like other like TV shows and other artists. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like that too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I would have like found out about like Euphoria, like, because I don't really watch TV.
Honestly, I don't either. So like I'm
like,
not a TV person, like really.
Yeah.
As I'm like ignoring my homework to watch a show like at the moment. But anyways, in general though, I'm really not.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because I feel like everyone on there is like, you know, gay. So like all like the gay shows like come up. Like I would have had no idea about Betty on HBO. I would have had no fucking idea.
Yeah, well, it's nice though because like I don't have to do the work. Like that sounds really lazy, but at least like I don't. Like I can just like scroll through Twitter and someone's like, "Oh my god, look at this lesbian couple on this show," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like I'll go watch it now. Like it's
No,
nice
it's
to
true.
not have to do the work for that.
It's true. Same thing with Bly Manor. Would have never watched it.
Right? No, like would never like cross my mind, and then. You could literally have a gay like character or a couple in there for like 2 seconds. I'll watch the entire season just to see that like one scene, like watch them like pass by, literally. Yeah, because like, and it's like I'm very lazy when it comes to like finding other musicians, and like I'm the type of person where I will listen to the same thing over and over and over again before I like go out and like find other musicians and to listen to. So it's nice being able to go on Twitter and like all these people I already know like the same music as me. So I can just be like, oh, they posted about this. So I'm like, I'll just like go immediately save it to my like library on Spotify, like not even have to listen to it because I know I'm going to enjoy it.
Same. That was like when The Baby came out. Like I knew like one other Samia song, but like when everyone was talking about The Baby, I'm like, and I listened to it, I was like, okay, you guys are onto something.
Like I had maybe heard like 1 or 2 songs by her, and then like everyone was talking about it the day it came out, and I was like, oh, okay, like I'll go listen to it. And I listened to it and I was like, oh my god, it's like literally one of the best albums I've ever heard in my
So fucking good. So fucking good. It was the same thing with Fen Lily. Literally every fucking person was tweeting, I used to hate my body, now I just hate you. And I was like, okay, let's give it a go. Let's see how it is. And it was so fucking good. I love the album.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of nice. Twitter's nice in like that like sense. It's like don't have to do the work. I can just go on there, like go on my timeline, boom, there's a new album to listen to or whatever. So
I mean, does it have its cons? Absolutely.
Definitely. Many cons.
Yeah, without coming for anybody, just some of the people are just so fucking annoying.
No, yeah. I just like think a lot of people like forget. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. But to me, it just seems like a lot of people forget that like they are putting all of their thoughts online, and I'm like, everyone can see this, right? Like it's not just you.
Also, okay. I don't know how much we got into this, but like I had an age crisis on my birthday. Like I really thought that I was like turning 64 years old. Like I literally think I'm so old. Like, so I don't want to sound ageist, and I don't want to like perpetuate my old age here, but when I remember that like some of the people on Twitter are like young, it like frustrates me. I'm like, grow up.
Literally, I'm like, you're tweeting about being in high school right now, like get a life.
It's so embarrassing.
Like literally.
Like now that like Phoebe is at like this new level, she has all these new fans, like some of them are so young.
I know, like, and I'm like, oh wow, and like, okay, so we all know Farbs are notorious for being very out there sometimes, and so I'll see like some of the stuff they say, and I'm like, oh wait, you're literally like 15. Why are you saying that?
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to even be on the internet right now? Like, your parents like should really be monitoring your computer right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But then I'm like, okay, that's probably how like people felt when I was like
exactly. Like I know I was saying some stupid like crazy stuff when I was like 13
so
on Twitter.
It's just a cycle.
It really is. Like everyone deals with that, and like sometimes I have to remind myself of that though. Like when I'm like on Twitter, I'm like, okay, just like remember these people are like 15, they're going through a little phase. Like I went through that too. Like we all did. Right. So
yeah. The only thing, and like this is not news, like when they were just like really being overtly sexual, like that was just like
okay, that was too far. Like that was weird. That was like everything else was like just annoying, but that was just weird. Like that was it. It was like a civil war. Like it was. That's how bad it was.
It really was. It really was a civil war.
I was losing followers.
Me too. Me too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a crazy time though. I remember that. And I was just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I remember that too. I was like, damn, the one time I try to fucking speak my mind on here, I'm getting canceled.
Literally canceled by the Farbs. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I have a question. Because I know you don't go on TikTok like that much. But you know, like here and there. But did you see when like that like dance to like motion sickness like went viral? Like kind of.
Okay, so I'm not on TikTok enough to be on like indie TikTok. Like it's very random. But I have seen it.
What are your thoughts about that?
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I didn't really like think too much about it. I was just like, oh my god, people are like annoying. And then like once I saw the discourse on Twitter, like them talking more about like the content of the song and how like I was like, yeah, they're kind of right for that. Like that's kind of fucked. Like you know what I mean? Like it didn't really I didn't connect the dot at first. You know what I mean? I was kind of being stupid. But it's a choice. It's a choice.
Definitely.
But I think I feel like Phoebe talked about it, right? Like briefly.
I don't know. Like, did she?
I feel like I was listening to an interview of her like recently, and she was like, "Oh, you know, people do dances on my song." Like she said it like very like offhandedly. She didn't like. I don't think that she thought about it that deep. But I mean, that also can tie into like the Farbs being like weirdly sexual. Like she doesn't really like say anything about it. But I mean, like I don't know. First of all, you should just like not do it. Second of all, like she's probably feels like weird to like say anything bad about it because like she doesn't want to like.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I feel like they would literally cancel her if she said anything. She's like, "Hey guys, actually like love you guys, but like I don't really feel comfortable with this." They'd be like, "Fuck you, you fucking old ass bitch." Like,
yeah, they'd put her head on a stick and riot.
Literally, like they'd turn against her.
They'd be like, "Fuck you, hag. We didn't like you anyway."
Yeah, literally. Literally like Punisher sucked. Like I know you just said that you are like not really like on indie TikTok or anything, but she's kind of going viral on there.
Is
like,
she?
I feel like literally every other TikTok I guess that also could be like my own algorithm that you know like every other TikTok is like about her pretty much like on my For You page, but it's like they get like thousands of likes. Like it'll be like 10,000, like 20,000 likes, like you know, like hundreds of comments. So I'm like, wow. Like,
is it just like about her, like in general? Like, is there anything specific that they talk about?
Yeah, like no, like it'll just be like, yeah, it's just in general. And then sometimes people will be like, oh, like I'm crying in my car, like Phoebe Bridgers, like whatever, stuff like that. Right. So, but I just like didn't realize like, I don't know, she's like she blew up so fast. Like when did that even happen? Because like time all blurs together for me, but I just know it just like happened. Like was it Punisher? Yeah, because like
I don't think it was before that.
That whole period like while we were just like waiting for the album, like I feel like a lot of people still like didn't know about her, and then like all of a sudden like once the album came out, probably that's when everyone started like listening to her. So
yeah, it's crazy. I mean. Like, now she's nominated for Grammys. She's going to be on Saturday Night Live.
I know. It's crazy.
I don't know if this is fucked up to say, but I feel like when Boy Genius started, I feel like Julian was, like, the most famous.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she was the most, like, established, pretty much. Like,
yeah, and now I feel like it's Phoebe.
No, you're just spitting facts. Like, that's just like the truth. Like, yeah, it was Julian at first. I feel like, and then like now everyone knows Phoebe. And where is Lucy's recognition? Like, what the hell?
I know. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Sleeps on her for literally no reason.
Wait, whoa. Speaking of Julian, do you want to talk about how people were like mad that she's Christian?
Oh my god, what was that? Okay, that's one thing that I'm glad did not pop up on my For You page. I would have been so pissed. That's weird. Like, I mean, I get like if you've had personally a bad experience, like, you know, with religion or being Christian, but it's like, that's weird, especially like she is a gay woman who like is religious at the same time, but like she's not like, obviously she's not like hateful and like judges other people like because of her religion, you know, like she's like is minding her own business, and people were like coming for her for what reason? They were like, oh yeah, I'm not listening to her anymore because she's Christian. I'm like, what?
It's so weird because like I feel like she's never like preachy. It's never like she's like, hey guys, you should all be Christian. You should all believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's not like that. Also, like, her songs, like, you can interpret them any way you want.
Why are you mad? Like, okay, you interpreted it that way then. Like, be mad at yourself then. Like,
it's just so weird. They just find the dumbest reasons to, like, judge people.
yeah, no. I talk about that all the time. Like, it's just weird. Like, just stop. Like, if it doesn't concern you, and if it's like not harming anybody, like, you know, like anybody else, then what do you care if somebody does?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Also, at the beginning of this, I can't imagine living without Twitter.
And then, like, now I'm like,
cut to us. Yeah, I'm like, we're deleting.
Literally, yeah, like big announcement. We're deleting Twitter. No, I really have a love-hate relationship with it though. Like
no, me too.
I'm always like, oh, Twitter's so annoying. Like I can't do this anymore. But then like 5 minutes later, I'm scrolling for like hours. Like
I want to say that like half of like the good Instagram memes. Like, there are so many TikToks, all based on tweets. It all starts with Twitter.
Yeah, it all goes back to it. Like, you know, you're the baddest bitch in the game when, like, everyone just, like, posts screenshots of, like, tweets and posts them on all other social media platforms. Like, who's doing it like Twitter? Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. Yeah, like, you know those TikToks where, like, someone will just, like, they'll have, like, the green screen effect where the tweets in the background and they're just, like, standing there just, like, pointing at it. I'm like, what's the point of that? Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. I'm like, just go retweet it on Twitter.
Do you think that, like, you can be too old for Twitter?
I don't know, because there are times where, like, I'll see, like, a 30-year-old on Twitter and I'm like, you're kind of cringy. Like, maybe you should get out of here. But then I know that once I turn 30, my ass is still going to be on Twitter like I am a teenager. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I will have no shame. So basically, when it comes to other people, like, they're not allowed to do it. But, like, me and you,
right.
One of the exceptions for that.
That's fair. I also feel like it depends on, like, who you surround yourself with. Like, I feel like if you're 30, still following, like, 15-year-olds, that's, like, different. But, like, if you have, like, your own little boomer, like, community, that's fine.
Exactly. Like, and you can tell the difference between, like, a 30-year-old who, like keeps up with that stuff and, like, actually follows, like, young people. And then, yeah, like, a 30-year-old who, like, only, like, interacts with, like, people who are fucking married and, like, have kids and stuff. And I'm like, oh, God, you're so boring.
Okay, so speaking of unpopular discourse, let's talk about Euphoria.
All right.
Because people have a lot of fucking opinions and a lot of shit to say.
Yeah. People have a lot of shit to say. I
want to say this has spoilers probably, so if you're going to watch Euphoria, don't fucking listen. Anyway, all right, let's go.
Okay, what are your thoughts on the last 2 episodes, the special episodes?
Okay. I remember I watched the Rue episode right when it came out. Like, I think literally, I'm pretty sure I watched it, like, at midnight, like, when it came out. And, like, I remember scrolling on Twitter, because, like, the first, like, couple minutes into the episode, I was, like, confused. I was like, is it really gonna be this the whole time? Like, I was just, like, at first I was like, wait, what? But then by the end, I was like, that was incredible. Like, it went by so fast. Like, I loved it. And I remember seeing a tweet like, wow, like, Euphoria just, like, put out a whole podcast, and it's, like, calling it an episode or something like that. And I was like, there was so much depth there. Like, we, like, learned so much about Rue. Like, I'm happy that we got that episode.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, people had so much shit to say. Like, there are some people who are mad. They're mad that that's how, like, it like ended up being. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, yeah, we learned so much about, like, Rue, and, like, I just, like, felt like I had such a better understanding of the first season, and, like, it made me want to go back and, like, rewatch the whole, like, season after, like, learning more about her. And, like, I just, like, felt like it would have given me, like, such a, like, better understanding of the show in general. Like, it was amazing. Like, and it, like, there were some parts that, like, really were, like, so, like, they hit so close to home. Like, oh my God. Like, I thought he was, like, talking to me at some point. I was like, whoa, like, this is crazy.
No, I totally agree. And, like, especially, like, because it, like, they made it so relevant to, like, they tied in Black Lives Matter, but, like, but like I feel like the show is I think we talked about this too. It's so fucking well written, and people will like pick apart certain like little things that are done in the show, like girl catch a dick. Like we know that like yeah, obviously that's not how people talk, but like overall the show is so fucking well written. Like so well written.
But oh yeah, like no, exactly. Like yeah, there's people that like pick apart like certain like scenes and certain lines, but like overall it's a really amazing show. Like the amount of effort and like work that goes into, like we've talked about that before, but like just the amount of work that they put into that show, like you can really tell like in each episode it's insane. Like it's actually insane. Like the outfits, the music, the scenery, like the just like the characters themselves, like every single thing, the cinematography, like everything, it's just amazing. Like it's insane. Well, I remember watching season 1 and like I rewatched it like over quarantine, like in like March or whatever, and like I remember thinking like, wow, this is the best like show ever. Like to me, like, like this is like such a good like season. Like it's like one of the best seasons I've ever seen in like any show ever. And I was like, there's like literally no way it can get better than this. And it literally got better. Like I'm not kidding. Those 2 episodes alone make the first season look like trash. Like that's how good they are. Like they literally make them look like not even like nothing. Like, and that's crazy. Like how do you literally like one up your own self? Like it's crazy.
Now let's get into the Jules episode. Because I feel like people are now realizing that hating Jules before this episode was transphobic. But you've been saying that. Like, I feel like you've been saying that. Like, there was no reason to hate her. Like, I feel like obviously we know the actual backstory now. But like it was I feel like it was insinuated that obviously she has shit going on. Obviously she goes through a lot. Like, there was literally no reason to hate her. I feel like it was everyone's just like inherent transphobia.
No, like genuinely, like that was something that I always just like felt like it just like really like rubbed me the wrong way. Like ever since the start, like yeah, like 2 or 3 episodes in, people were like, "Oh, she's so toxic," but like they weren't like. And obviously, everyone on the show like has their own like problems and things that they're going through, and they all make mistakes. But like, no one was like hounding anybody else the same way that they were with Jules. Like, it was insane. Like, they were saying like, "Oh, she's so toxic. She's such a bad like friend of Rue. Like, she knows what she's doing. Like, she's like playing Rue. Like, all these different things." I'm like, "Oh my god, you guys are insane!" Like, I don't see you talking this way about any of the other characters. Like Nate, for example, like obviously we all know he's trash, but like you guys do not talk about him the same way that you talk about Jules. And like it always just like never sat right with me, like at all, ever.
Yeah. And like have people never dealt with like people with that kind of personality or like I don't even want to say just addiction, but like any like serious like disorder or mental health issue, like, you know what I mean? And like it's how like, and now just because you heard Jules' point of view when she like feels that like Jules' sobriety like was like, like her responsibility or however she worded it, like I feel like that was kind of obvious. Like it went without saying. Like I feel like,
do you guys not know how to like pick up context clues? Like I'm sorry, but it was all kind of there. Y'all were just like either like just stupid and couldn't pick it up, or you were just choosing to ignore it.
I feel like it was very obvious, especially if you've been in situations like that. Like, fucking obviously you're gonna feel that way. And like, I don't like, they're both going through their own thing. Like, I love them. Like, I love them so much. But like, that like they're both going through like their shit. Like they can't. It's just not gonna work out right now. That's why I also like the scene in Rue's episode where they asked like the waitress like how long she's been clean, and like they were like, oh, like what if you tried to find love? She was like, I needed to like choose one or the other. Like I think that was important. Like we've said before, like people are gonna find reasons to hate everything, and it's so fucking annoying. But like those episodes were so fucking good. So fucking good. The fact that they opened Jules' episode with liability was so fucked up.
Yeah, that was really wrong. They were wrong for what they did.
It was literally like the perfect song.
I genuinely cannot wait for season 2. Like, wait, do we know anything about like when season 2 like is going to be coming out?
I don't know. I don't keep tabs on them.
Well, you smiled, and I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
The joke is that one time we were talking about this, and I was like saying like, oh, I think that they're filming something, and Julia was like, well, I don't know, I don't really keep tabs on them, and she didn't mean to sound like mean, but it was so fucking funny. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, no, I really like hope it's soon. Like obviously like we're still in the middle of a pandemic and like it's kind of bad, but they can just get onto it. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm excited for when it does come out and like it'll be worth the wait though.
Another show that we missed out with, I briefly mentioned it before, but Atypical. We should have gotten the new season.
I'm really sad about that. Like do we also know anything about that?
I don't know.
Or do we not keep tabs on them either?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of if like any of them post anything that like seems like they could be on set. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited for when. Okay, my worst. Okay, I don't even want to say it out loud because I feel like I'm gonna jinx it. Like, what if like because of COVID, like it somehow like gets canceled or something? Yeah.
Because it was gonna be the last season, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like it was gonna be the last season. Like they're wrapping it up pretty much, which I'm like sad about. But like it makes sense. Like I think it's better to have a good show, like have less seasons and be very good than have it like just like go on and like kind of like decrease in quality. Like so, call it quality over quantity. Yeah.
Wait, do you watch Stranger Things or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Because wasn't the next season going to be the last season, but now they announced that it's not going to be the last season? Am I wrong?
What? Really? I don't know.
I thought. Wrong.
Okay, I think they did say like, oh, the last season was going to be the last. Or this next season is going to be the last season, but I don't know if they like ever.
By the time we're going to be out of COVID, these kids are going to look like they're 30 fucking years old.
How are you going to even? Please. So I wonder how they're going to, go about doing that too, because I didn't even think about that. It just sucks though. Like a lot of shows are like, I feel like are getting canceled or like, I don't know, like it sucks. Like COVID sucks. All my favorite TV shows are getting canceled.
How do you feel about concerts being extinct right now?
I mean, like, I'm sad that, like, concerts, okay, like, the fact that there's, like, artists, like, actually trying to release, like, like, tour dates and everything and, like, plan a tour for, like, next year. Like, who did that? Like, I saw, who was that? The Weeknd? I don't listen to The Weeknd, but, like, someone, like, because someone, like, tweeted, or quote tweeted it, and, like, I was fucking dying. Because, like, they said something along the lines of, like, oh, baby, you're really, like, dreaming, like, right now. Because, like, he had, like, his tour dates already for, like, the whole year of 2022, and I'm like, dude, like I really don't know when we're gonna have concerts. Like I think it's gonna be a while. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, what do you think? Because like I think like once like everyone's vaccinated, like then they'll do concerts. Like it'll be safe to do by then. But it's like it's gonna take a while to get everyone vaccinated.
Yeah. What was the last concert you went to? Do you remember?
Maybe Clara was the last one.
Yeah, that was my last one too.
But it was, I think it was for sure that. Yeah. Literally, like, nothing gives me the same, like, high as concerts. Like, it's, like, oh my God, it's, like, indescribable. Like, it's crazy. Like, the amount of joy that concerts bring me.
I was watching, all right, I'm just going to say it. I was watching Boy Genius Pitchfork the other day.
I know you were going to say that.
Because like what other personality trait do we have? Like it's like weird, it's like weird to watch. Like you feel like that's like not a thing. Oh, I miss concerts so much. That's like the one thing the number one thing I miss, I think. Yeah,
no, definitely same. Post COVID, I don't care what I have to do, I'm going to those concerts. Especially if it's someone that I like really love. I don't care what I have to do. If I have to kill a man, I will go. Like I don't care.
I'll do that regardless.
Literally, like, no, exactly. Oh, are there concerts that you like regret like not going to, like that you just like don't like cannot stop thinking about?
That is an amazing question. That's such a good question. I have a couple.
Okay, let's hear it.
One is Paramore's Brand New Eyes tour, because I was young and no one would fucking take me. I didn't have money. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have my own money. Because like that is like one of my favorite, like all-time favorite albums, and like I know that tour intro. Like I wish I fucking went to that concert. This is so fucking embarrassing. It's like not even so embarrassing. I really want to see Drake's Take Care tour.
What? That's literally the most random thing I've ever heard. Did you go through like a whole rap phase?
Yeah.
Really?
I went through a couple like rap phases, I would say, because like when I was really young, my dad like listened to rap a lot, so like that's what I grew up listening to, and then I found like emo music, and then I like went back, and that's like when I got into Nicki and Drake.
Back to your roots.
I went back to my roots. I was really into, I don't even want to say his name, Lil Wayne. He is canceled now. Fuck Lil Wayne, But yeah, no, I was like, but like obviously I said I'm a Barb like 500 times, but I was like a really big Drake fan as well. I would like listen to mixtapes. Like I was really into like rap music.
I'm not gonna lie, I do be listening to Drake in secret sometimes. Like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes his music is kind of good. Like especially like his older stuff, like because it just reminds me of like being younger, and like some of it kind of goes off. Like I won't lie.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Do you have a favorite Drake song?
Embarrassing. Okay, I love Take Care. I literally think that's like such a good fucking album. Over My Dead Body has always been a favorite, but if we're talking like bop, okay. Also, Passion Fruit is genuinely an amazing song.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I listened to it the other day actually, like
yeah, I heard it on the radio the other day.
And I was like, wow, this is good.
No,
she's really good. One of my favorites is kind of basic, but Headlines is like so good.
You want to hear something really embarrassing? If I listen to that song in the car, I like harmonize with it.
That doesn't surprise me. Like it's really funny, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So let's talk about our real favorite artist, Nicki Minaj. What are your initial thoughts when I say Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, like like I don't even know where to start. I like she's just like so fucking hilarious. Like she's that woman, yeah, she's a lyrical genius. Like when I say that, like I really mean that. Like there are times like where I will just like be listening to her and like I listen like a line will stick out to me and I'm like, oh my god, like I just like start cracking up because she's like it's just like you have to have a certain level of intelligence to even come up with the lyrics that she like comes up with. Well, immediately, Barbie Dreams is one of my favorite songs just because she literally like went in for no reason and just like came for everybody. And it was so funny. Like she, for why did she do that? I don't know, but she did. And it was funny. And like, it's so funny to me that she's a fire sign because she gives off such fire sign energy. Like it's amazing. Cause I believe, actually, yeah, she is a Sagittarius because she did talk about that in Barbie Tings, which is another one of my favorite songs. Right now, it's like one of my favorites. I tweeted this the other day, but like I like her the lyric in that song that goes, "Still dragging her, so don't pick up the bitch." Like I'm like, oh my god, like who says that? I will not lie. I wrote some of my favorite lyrics down before this to like prepare because I was like, I know this is gonna ask me this. One of my favorite lines is, and if I'm fake, I ain't noticed because my money ain't. I'm like, oh, yeah, exactly, Nikki. Oh yeah, and then in Barbie Tings, like another lyric was like, "Pussy's so good, his ex wanna still fight me." Like, oh my god, like the confidence that she has, like that she exudes is like amazing. Like I want to be on that level. Like it's
yeah, that's feminism.
Yeah. Oh, Chun-Li, obviously, like that's like my go-to song. Like I feel like when I need to like literally have my journal over here.
I thought they were on your phone. You have like a notebook. That's so fucking funny. That's so funny.
But what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying, but like, oh yeah, Chun-Li, like that's like my go-to song. Like when I need like a pick-me-up, like love it. Trying to think. Only that's an amazing song. Love it.
That was a cultural reset. Mm-hmm. That was a cultural reset.
Yeah, right. What about you? What are some of your favorites? I know I have more, but those like off the top of my head.
I know. Okay, this is so hard. I feel like there's like like Barb Alyssa has different. Okay, her dance ass remix verse will always be iconic. Like, put that on my tombstone. Like, that's like so fucking good. Like, oh my god. Okay, as far as her monster verse goes, I feel like it doesn't, like, the fact that she wrote it, incredible. But the fact that I feel like so many people, like, think it's impressive when they memorize it. Like, I've had that memorized for how many years at this point? Get something new. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been on. Lately, Win Again has been hitting. I don't know why, but, like, oh my god. Also, I'm trying to think of, like, her because, like, her features are iconic too.
It's so funny whenever she's featured on songs, because I'm like, at that point, you shouldn't even put featuring Nicki Minaj. Like, you should just hand over the song for her. Like, so I will not be listening to your verse. Like, I will be listening to the song and waiting for Nicki. Like, I'm not, at that point, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are on the verse. Like, it could be literally Phoebe. I'm sorry, but I'd be skipping.
Can you imagine? Oh my god, I tweeted this a while ago, but I was like, I'm gonna start a rumor, because you know how, like, the Grammys, they always have like random fucking collaborations. I was like, I'm just gonna start a rumor that, like, Nicki's gonna, like, do a performance with Phoebe, and she's just gonna, like, rap over Graceland too.
Not Graceland too. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Also love Shanghai. That's the favorite.
Yes. Why do I feel like them, like, performing together is, like, not that crazy though? Like, the way that I could see that for like no reason. Like, I feel like that makes, like, it doesn't sound too crazy like at all.
So do you want to get into the game?
Oh my god, yes, please.
Okay. So, all right. So to explain it, because I explained this to Julia before. So basically, I took a couple lyrics from the lyric cards that sound like shitpost Twitter, and I just screenshot some Nicki lyrics. So I'm gonna read. I guess I'll do two at a time, and you'll have to pick which one is the shitpost and which one is the Nicki lyric.
Okay.
All right, let's start with the first one. 4 wings and some French fries, hot sauce and ketchup. That's the first lyric.
Okay.
Second lyric, we can ketchup like tomato.
This is already hard. Wait, can you repeat them again?
Yeah. 4 wings and some French fries, hot sauce and some ketchup. Second lyric, we can ketchup like tomato.
Why is this literally sending me? Okay, fuck. This is hard already. Like, you did not go easy on me.
I feel like some of them are easier than others.
Okay, I want to say the first one is Nicki.
Yes.
Yeah, it had a little bit of a rhythm to it.
That's from Shanghai. I mean, not Shanghai. Sorry, Chirac. And the other lyric was a Mariah Carey lyric from More Than Friends. More Than Just Friends. Real rappers is hard to find like a remote. That's lyric 1. Lyric 2, I needed an assistant. I got me a pink queer. Decorated his office with flowers and pink chairs.
Damn, I feel like a fake Nicki stan now. I feel like, oh my damn, I
honestly tried to pick more obscure lyrics. This way it wouldn't be as, like, obvious. It's not you. You're still a Barb, a certified Barb.
Okay, I want to say the first one is Nicki.
Incorrect.
The second one really her.
Yeah, the second one is really her. Wait, let me get that lyric back up. Okay, so I read you like 2 lines. I'm gonna read you the full stanza, if you will. Not the full stanza, but the 4 lines. Okay. Got all these little bitches getting pink hair. I'm pretty and I'm fly. I'm up in the pink leer. I needed an assistant. I got me a pink queer. Decorated his office with flowers and pink chairs. Now, mind you, this was a long time ago. I'm sure she wouldn't use that, words like that now.
I know. I thought it wasn't her because of that part. I was like, ooh, maybe not.
Okay. Here's another one. First line. Pussy talented. It do cartwheels.
Okay.
Second line, pop pussy on a handstand, she's sucking dick like it's band camp.
I know that one for sure. Like 100%.
Very good, very good. And if he wants some pussy, that's a no-no. I only fuck with bad bitches, no homo. That's line 1. Line 2, you and Eminem, how you mad at a starburst on the scene?
Is the first one Nicki?
Yeah. The second one is the second one is Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have one more. Okay. You asked me what my sign is, and I told you it was stop. And the second one is, hold on, fuck you, brace yourself, bucktooth, yeah, I golf, putt 2, swallow balls, nuts 2.
Is that Nicki? Yeah, that last line. There's just like certain lines that are so like, they're just so Nicki. Like they're just like, they embody the essence of like what Nicki is like.
Absolutely. The that first lyric that, by the way, was from Victorious. So.
Really?
You asked me what my sign is, and I told you it was stop. Yeah, it's from Take a Hint from Victorious.
Damn, I was like, that's kind of a fire line though. Like,
it honestly is. Victorious was not messing around, honestly.
No, they weren't. Literally. Was that the last one?
That was the last one.
I got pretty good, I think.
You did really good.
I think I missed like one, maybe.
I think you missed one. I wanted to have a question that I asked every guest because I feel like that's cool. So my one question that I came up with is, if you can have any artist or group of artists cover any song, who would you choose, and what would the song be?
That's a really good question, but that's really fucking hard.
I know.
Do you have your answer?
I do, because I figured I couldn't ask it without having an answer, because that's shitty.
Oh, so, yeah, definitely. So you're gonna have some of yours, so I can think about it. Like,
I'm sure that I'm gonna have more, throughout time. But the one that I have thought about before, and I'm gonna stick with, is do you know the song "In the Morning" by Paramore? I want Phoebe to cover that. I think that would be really good.
Damn, I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I would like to hear Phoebe cover a Soccer Mommy song, but I don't know which one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I would. I just think that would be really good. Like, I think like Twitter would crash.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I would like that. Maybe Yellow is the Color of Her Eyes or Bloodstream, because those are just like my favorite ones. So like I would really love that.
I feel like I could hear her cover Yellow is the Color of Her Eyes. I feel like that'd be really good.
I can like almost hear it.
Thank you for being the first guest on the pod.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I'm honored. Like, I was nervous, but that all melted away. Like, as soon as we started talking to like Nicki. Yeah.
There is one more thing to end on. I would like to end with like a song of the day. So what's something you're listening to right now that you want to like recommend people to check out?
Damn. Okay, hold on. Let me grab my phone.
Did you hear the new Julian song with Boy Genius?
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, I think that is going to be like her best album. Like,
yeah, I'm very excited. I agree. So Favor by Julian Baker featuring Boy Genius is mine.
But I don't like, did you ever listen to Slow Pulp's, like, or do you know who they are, like, or have you listened to like their album? It was called Movies.
Definitely heard of them, but I don't listen to them regularly.
Oh, like I had never heard of them until like their album came out pretty much, and they're really good. So one of my favorite songs is called Track. And it's from their like latest album. That one's really good. Or actually the whole album's really good. They remind me kind of like they give me like a 90s vibe a little bit. Yeah. All
right, well, I'll check it out, and I'm sure all the listeners will check it out as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Anytime. You're welcome back here anytime you want. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you again to Julia for coming on. It was so much fun. Definitely looking forward to having more guests in the future. So if you're interested at all, hit me up. Let me know. As always, stay kind and stay sad.